We've all been there. You meet a VIP at an event or you're in a job interview, and it's your moment to talk about yourself. Now you have questions. How do I respond? Do I sound stupid? Should I tell her information that makes me appear good, or would it seem like bragging? If you don't mention your positive accomplishments, no one will know about them in a career or a networking environment. No one wants to work with or be around an arrogant show off who can't stop bragging. Welcome to Prepared Leaders, and today we decided to list the do's and don'ts of modest bragging. You can use these ways to talk about yourself without seeming arrogant. How can I talk about myself without bragging is a question I hear frequently, particularly in situations where you want to present your best self, such as interviews, dating, or other situations where you want to put yourself out there but don't want to come across as boastful or arrogant. So, think about the qualities that you're proud of and use those to describe yourself without seeming arrogant. So, let's get started with this short exercise right away. List the qualities you are most proud of. The characteristics that you wish to discuss because you want people to be aware of them. So, you can show in an interview that you are organized, pay attention to details, and think strategically. What you want to do is not simply declare, well, I'm really organized in an interview. I focus on details. That may come across as boasting, which makes it more difficult to believe. We tell others that about ourselves, but they don't believe us. What you can do though is tell a story about each of the qualities you wish to promote. Tell them about your previous employment. You might respond, well, in my last position, I was in charge of this incredibly large project, and it was really vital that I was detail-oriented since there were all these different phases. I assumed control of something, and it was a resounding success. In this way, you both use the word in the story and give an example of what it means to be that way. That is a lot more plausible. It feels so much more natural, and it also aids in their ability to picture you at work. If someone can actually picture you in a terrific circumstance accomplishing great things, it will be a lot simpler for them to hire you, want to date you, or want to work with you. Consider the qualities on that list. What is a narrative that you could tell that demonstrates how you embody that quality so they can picture you doing it? I'd read these stories out loud before. What may occur is that as we became ashamed, we begin to tell stories about ourselves. It might be challenging to talk about our oneself. So I urge you to consider these qualities, create some stories, and then practice telling those stories aloud rather than just writing them down. Speaking and writing are quite different things. Here are the elements of a really good story. 1. Problem. 2. Hard work. 3. Solution. In light of these characteristics, try to identify the issue, whether it be for you or someone else. How did you solve it after working so very hard and smart? What was the solution at that point? What was the outstanding measurable result? Therefore, it's like catnip for an interviewer if you can practice telling those stories aloud, and then tailor the story's arc for each. I've done hundreds, if not thousands, of interviews, and I found that when we hear a once upon a time story with a problem, a sacrifice, and a solution, our brains register that we really like the person. And before we continue, I'll be giving you time to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and turn on the notification bell to be notified every time a new video is uploaded. And let's continue. Therefore, be sure to pair each of those features with a 3 model hook. One more way to talk about oneself without sounding boastful is to mention what other people have said. As a result, one of my least favorite aspects of my job is having to prove my worth to you when I give speeches or participate in interviews. Here's how I handle this without having to come on and introduce myself. I may either have someone else read my brief biography on stage or I can read it myself. I send it beforehand. Utilizing endorsements or quotations from loved ones is another approach to accomplishing this. So, you might want to mention how detail-oriented you are in a job interview. Let's continue with it. You could tell a tale, which is something I hope you do. You may say, I really enjoyed my previous work. My supervisor used to tell me that I was the most meticulous worker he ever had. You're thus telling a tale about something that someone else stated about you. They could always call that a reference and check, making it easier and plausible. So if your supervisor or any of your references have given you positive feedback in the past, or in your recommendation letters, you may use that as well. You can say, my former coworkers always loved to give me very large, messy assignments because I was the office organizer. I love organization and would spend hours standing and organizing. That is a narrative, but it also demonstrates that other people had the same opinion of you. Consider whether you can speak for yourself through the use of a bio or by expecting that others will do so, as this always makes it less nerve-wracking. I want you to boast about yourself in real terms. We hardly ever have the opportunity to do it. So I want you to list your top 3 qualities in a comment below this video. That may include the best romantic and professional qualities. We so rarely have the opportunity to brag about ourselves, therefore I want to encourage you. I want to witness your awesomeness. Put those 3 qualities in the comment section and don't be modest or humble. You could even practice telling a tale if you want. And I can read that in the comments as well. We must discuss who we are. This is a great chance to get more practice since we need to get used to it. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you gained some valuable insight into how to talk about yourself without boasting, and that you were able to learn something from this. Make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and turn on the notification bell so you'll know when I upload new content. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't yet, and I'll see you in my next video.